Hello, Happy New Year. I hope you've all had a fantastic Christmas, whatever you've been doing. And I wish you well for 2026. It came around pretty quickly this time, didn't it? So I've got lots of jobs to get on with. I've still got a ton of garlic that I never got round to planting. So we're still not that far from when it was the shortest day. So hopefully it should be all right. I did manage to get some of it in, but I didn't film it. And I've also popped in some shallots as well occasionally. As I've come down here, I've like quickly done a tray of something or other when I've had like a brief of moment. But now I've got slightly more time, so I'm going to get the garlic on. But there's also, it's quite exciting now because there's quite a lot else to be getting on with too. Because we've got lots of different onions can be started now. And we've got loads of seeds, loads of flower seeds. And things like lettuces and that can go in now. Chard, all that good stuff. So for the moment, I'm going to stick with the garlic and see how we get on. Right, so this is what the greenhouse is looking like so far. I've got some little shallots there and then a tray of red sun shallots. And then up here, we've got all the onions and some garlic. So that's the Germore garlic. Obviously got right at the back here. I've got my rosemary cuttings that I'm hoping might take, or at least half. Then I've got some Longour shallots. Some of them are growing and some of them don't look to be doing much, but there is root growth, so they are doing something. Then I've got all the onion sets and things, odd little bits in pots as well. So all the odd ones I've just chuck in a pot just to keep going. And then my abandoned garlic here, who really wants to grow because it's all growing there. And it's been out here, it's been really cold. It has actually been -1 out here. And the garlic's absolutely fine like that. It's just desperate to get some roots in some soil now, I think. So it desperately needs doing. And then I've got these Germore shallots that I've put in as well. Now I may do some zebra shallots from seed at some point within the next couple of weeks, because they can go in around now, February, even March, they'll do fine. So any time now they can be done. However, the supermarkets just before Christmas, the week leading up to Christmas really, they did super cheap vegetables, didn't they? And our local Lidl's had vegetables for like 5p a bag. So as we do every year, we bought quite a bit, and we're just storing it because the veg that I grow doesn't last us the whole year. There's 5 of us, so not everything lasts. I might get the odd crop that lasts the entire year, but mostly we don't get through the whole year, just from homegrown veg. We buy quite a bit as well. So yeah, that's really helpful storing all of that. But Lidl's also had shallots for 5p a bag, which I usually buy, and they are amazing roasted. I just love them. Just cook them in a tray when you roast your potatoes, roast those too, and they're just fantastic. So I got an extra bag just for an experiment. So I'm going to put them in a tray with some compost and see what happens, and hopefully we'll get some nice shallots out of it. Maybe we won't, who knows, but we're gonna have a go anyway. So these are the shallots that I got in Lidl's for 5p. Absolute flipping bargain if you ask me. So echelon shallots, or whatever they're called. I'm never good with names of these things. So yeah, they come from France, so they're not, grown too far away from here, really, are they? So just across the water. So I'm going to pot these up and we'll see if they grow. I really hope they do. Right then, let's see how many we've got in a bag. Bin those. Right, there we go. That's quite good, isn't it? So we've got 8 little shallots there, and we're going to see how these get on and make up some labels. Trying to do well at this. And I'm also going to write this down in my diary, because most years I get a great big diary. It's down here. Most years I get a great big diary and I write everything in there, but it's really big and bulky, and I forget to take it where I'm going. So this year I picked up one of these dinky diaries. There's not quite so much room in there to write, but I just figured it would do. So that, yeah, there's sort of a week in it, so there's not much room, you know, when you get really sewing stuff. But if I write really tiny, I might be able to get on with it. So yeah, so as I do this, I'm going to write everything down in here, so that if I need to look back on anything later on in the year, I'll know when it was started. Right, let's get a tray. So I'm going to use one of these rubber cell trays. These are absolutely fantastic. You can get them online. I know that they're on the RHS website as well. So I'm literally just going to plant them as you would any other shallots, and yeah, rooty end down, just sort of poke them in. Hopefully they'll do all right. I might keep the biggest ones and put them in a little pot actually, and hopefully these will do well. Stick a label in. There we go. Fingers crossed. Stick them on the shelf. We want 2 little pots for the other ones. Let's pop them in here. And there we have it, our little shallots. So I'm going to pop them in my tray of odds and ends and see how we get on with them. Right, now that's done, we're going to get on to the garlic, because it's time. It can't wait much longer really, can it? So yeah, let's get on with that. So here it is, my neglected garlic. I'm going to start with the Thermidor garlic, I think. I'm going to plant it in these cell trays, and I've got a mix of Silver Grow multi-purpose compost and some perlite as well. So let's get this tray going. I've got 2 bulbs here, so probably going to need 2 of these trays, but we'll start with 1, and yeah, just break these off, see how many we end up with. Some of them are pretty small, I can see, so I don't really want to plant those. I just want to go for the biggest ones, because obviously with garlic, the bigger the clove, the bigger the bulb you're going to get at the end of it. So yeah, just gonna tuck these in. And yeah, I may not actually do two. I might just stick with one of these, because some of these are really tiny, and yeah, I don't really want teeny tiny ones. So we'll just pick the best of the bunch. Let's get these tucked in. I do really love these jobs. The garlic and the onion sets. I love planting those, because it's just a signal, isn't it, for a brand new start, a brand new season. There we go, nearly done, nearly a whole tray. God, these ones are a bit of a fiddle to get to. I want this nice big one here. That's it. Put that one in there. Enough room for one more. In fact, this bulb was better than the one that I started with. There's a big lump of compost there. It's frozen. So yeah, I might come back to those few and stick them in a random pot. But the other ones I won't really bother with. So I'll set them aside for now and pop in my all-important label. And there we go, that's one tray of garlic done. Hurrah! Definitely feels good to get that in. I'm going to do the rest now and just crack on with it, because you don't need to see me do that again. But I'll just give you a quick reminder of what ones I'm doing. And yeah, because it was in another video, but I think I'll just do a reminder now, just in case you didn't catch that. Here we go. The other ones I've got these three are Iberian Violet. Then, which is a, does it say? I didn't write on them whether it was a soft neck. Oh yeah, hard neck variety, those are. Then I've got a random one that I got from my local organic farm shop, which seems to be doing very well for itself. Then I've got another soft neck white Casablanca and another soft neck there, which is a Garcua. Now, the soft neck ones, I'm doing those because they store better long term, and that's what I want. So I've got a few hard neck varieties on the go already. They might crop slightly earlier, and then I've got these ones that might have to stay in a little bit longer, especially because I'm doing them a bit later in the year as well. But they'll grow on fine, and then once they're harvested, these ones should store longer, so right the way through into, you know, spring and all that good stuff. So we'll crack on with these now. Right, I'm nearly there with it. I've almost done. I've done all the soft neck varieties, so I'm left with a hard neck one, which was Iberian Violet, and I've got quite a pile of cloves to get through. Some of the other ones, there wasn't many decent cloves because a lot of them were really tiny, so I just saved the biggest ones. But this is the garlic that I'm most excited about growing, really, and like trying to hang on to year on year. So I'm gonna pot up as many as I can. Right, there we have it. That's the garlic done. So thank you very much for joining me on this New Year's Day. It's really freezing cold now. I need to go indoors, but I'm really pleased that I've got that done finally. So it can grow happily now, and yeah, hopefully we'll get a good crop of garlic this year. So yeah, Happy New Year, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye for now.